Now, is Kristen a drama queen who stretches things and can be messy at times? Yes. But there's something coming off, especially after last night's episode, that makes me feel like there's two guys on this show who are so happy to degrade this woman on national television. But first, Kristen spills the beans that Zach told her and Luke that Janet told Jasmine to watch out for Michelle because she's a Republican and a racist. Now, Janet says that that is absolutely false, and if that were the case, she would never associate with someone that was racist or even thought was racist. But when Janet actually explains how the conversation went, I was led to believe that Kristen ran with something and exaggerated it. Because Janet claims that there was a conversation that took place where Michelle said that she was in favor of the Don't Say Gay bill, the one that was in Florida. And Janet says that she was just like, look, like, that's not really the vibe, Michelle, but like at the same time, she never correlated that to her being homophobic or racist. But from Jesse's point of view, it's already been said on camera, and the impact that that can have on the individual and the business that they both run could be very detrimental. Danny continues to show us what a real husband and father looks like, because when Nia has to take off for a 24-hour work trip, Danny happily takes care of the 3 little ones and has no issue. He just wants to make sure there's enough, milk to feed them. He doesn't want to run out. And on the opposite side of the spectrum of what it should look like to be a husband and a father, we have Jesse and Nia sitting down for a counseling session. And it's clear she is broken, miserable, she feels alone. And in this moment, she's being super vulnerable about how she feels. And she's even crying at times. But this is what we get from Jesse, because Jesse thinks that if he acts good for a month or two, that should automatically land him getting laid all the time. And that's just not how it works, you manipulative little bass. And Brittany's pissed at Kristen for bringing up this racist comment on camera. And yes, because she doesn't want that to be labeled on someone who isn't that, but also she doesn't want this show to get canceled before it has an opportunity to air. I still don't understand how Kristen pulled this information out of her back pocket when she was feeling cornered about what Jax did regarding inviting her ex to boys' night when Luke was going to be there. Like, how are those two things connected, Kristen? But at Jesse and Michelle's Capri dinner, things really heat up and get pretty explosive. Mainly because as Kristen's trying to take some accountability for bringing this out to the surface, Jesse just keeps screaming at Kristen to shut the F up, shut the F up. And when his wife even tries to chime in, he gives her the hand and basically tells her to shut the F up too. Which I was Zach. Like, are you crazy? But Nia was the only person there to support Kristen in that moment because Michelle, Jasmine, and Janet were not having any of it. They didn't want to hear her apology at all. But Jesse hits Kristen with a 1-2 punch by reminding her, or asking rather, didn't you get fired from your other show because you were racist? Kristen does talk about the experience of being fired from Vanderpump Rules for the racist issue that incurred with her and Faith, and says that she has worked ever since to be a better person. Were you guys just as pissed off at Jesse as I was last night? Let me know your thoughts down below.